Hi, everyone. This is Paul Michael. I am part of Trip Delivers, and we are going to get started in just a couple of minutes. So really appreciate you jumping on with us today, and we are going to get started with our quick overview in about 2 minutes. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is Paul Michael with Trip Delivers. We are going to get started in just a moment here. So we appreciate you jumping on with us, and we will get started in just a moment. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll have some more people jumping on here. At 3 o'clock is about the time we start. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about myself and then tell you a little bit about Trip Delivers and what we're all about. Like I said, my name is Paul Michael. I've been in the industry with restaurant delivery services for about 3 years now. I actually had friends of mine that got me involved in the industry a few years ago. If you start working with us, you'll hear the name a lot of a gentleman named Tony Swantek, and he got me into this industry. I've been in sales, I've been in marketing, I've been in a lot of different industries, but one of the things I got really, really excited about with the restaurant delivery service industry is how big it was. And then the more I found out about it, I started realizing there were a lot of issues with the companies that were actually doing the business, Uber Eats, DoorDash, a lot of those different companies. And so a few years ago, I started my own restaurant delivery service. I started putting together my own software. And I really, really went out and started working hard. And then I was introduced to a gentleman by the name of Bob McNulty that you're going to hear about also, that actually started this company. He was in the industry. He started a company called shopping.com. How many of you would like to have owned that little URL? Ended up selling that north of over $200 million quite a few years ago. But he's an industry leader and an expert at disrupting industries. So he went together and he put together a company called Trip Delivers, which is what we're going to go through. And today, my whole goal is just to give you a little bit of information, kind of get you excited, let you know a little bit about the industry. And then if it's something that's more interesting to you, when we get off of this today, get with the person that invited you on, and they'll tell you exactly how to get started, what to do, how to go about it, and how you can be a part of a billion-dollar industry in a company that's going to disrupt and take out as many of the other companies, maybe not take them out, but at least get a big piece of the pie. I think when you see what we do today, you're going to be excited. So I'm going to get started. The restaurant delivery industry, there's going to be some stats on here. About 60% of the U.S. consumers order delivery or takeout once a week. 74% of millennials report a preference for delivery. 87% of Americans who use third-party food delivery services, they're agreed that it makes it life easier. How many of us have ever been sitting at home after a long day of work or having to deal with children or whatever it is that's going on, and we just don't want to go out and either make food in the kitchen or go to a restaurant? So many people are starting to realize, and with the app, with our phone, you can order from any restaurant anytime you want. Digital ordering has grown over 300% faster than dine-in traffic in 2014. I'm actually sitting, I don't know if you can actually see the video, but I'm sitting at a marina here in Florida at a friend of ours, one of my favorite restaurants called Firefin. They have an amazing buffalo chicken dip if you ever get down this way. But I'm just telling you, I just had a meeting with him, and he was talking to me about how about 20 to 30% of their business has now become either dine-in or takeout or delivery. Experts have said, you know what, revenue in the online delivery segment is projected to hit 136 billion just this year alone, and by 2025, they think it's going to be over 200 billion. No wonder companies like DoorDash, Uber Eats are buying each other up. Uber Eats bought Postmates for $2.6 billion. That's billion with the B, not million. So what happened is I started looking at the industry, and what I did find out, and I started doing research is, and I never understood how these restaurants could do it. They're all doing the same thing. DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates, they do the same thing. They're charging the restaurant for every time they deliver food, they charge between 15 and 30%. I just met with Tom, the gentleman that owns and runs the restaurant that I'm at right now here on the water in Florida. He said that he pays an average between all of them about 20%, which he's paying about $3,000 a month just in delivery fees. That's not counting what what they charge as a delivery fee, what the driver gets paid, any of that stuff. That's what Uber Eats, DoorDash, some of these places, they charge him. So they're all doing the same thing. When I said people want to come in, like Bob McNulty and Tony and the other people in this company, they decided to, you know what? Let's go out and disrupt the industry. How can a restaurant afford to pay that? They can't, but they have to because it keeps money coming in. I mean, if you look at this is just some statistics. Average about 20 orders a day at $38.98 average an order, $284,000 in annual sales. With these other Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, they're going to end up paying in that system at about 35%, $99,000, almost $100,000. Take it down by 20%. They're still going to be paying an enormous amount of money. Trip Delivers, we don't do that. We charge a flat fee on each order, and it's a very, very small fee. And listen, not any one person pays all the fee. Right now, the restaurant's the one sheltering or, taking all the burden of paying the cost to these delivery services. And I never understood why a delivery service deserved 30-40%. And then on top of that, a lot of times they will end up charging the customer by raising the fees, raising all kinds of stuff. If you look at the Trip Delivers, and like I said, today is just something to get you a little bit interested, let you get a little bit of understanding. If you want to get more information, we have all kinds of information on our website. You can get with the person that invited you on. We do trainings on a daily basis. But let's say 20 orders a day, same exact thing, 7,300 orders a year. That's with Trip at $2 an order, a flat fee, not a percentage. But you got to understand, at a flat fee, on a $100 order, that's 2% as opposed to 35% or 15% or 20%. So in our scenario here, they're going to have an average of $84,000 in savings. I believe facts tell, stories sell. I just met with an owner of a restaurant who told me, Paul, I pay on a monthly basis around $3,000 just in delivery. And he's not even a huge producing place. $3,000, we did the numbers doing the Trip Delivers program. He's going to save almost $2,600, a little over $2,600, right at $2,600 on a monthly basis. On a yearly basis, that's over $20,000. How many think he's going to much rather want to push and promote Trip Delivers as opposed to all the other ones? So, I mean, if you looked at, we don't have restaurant fees. We don't, they have commissions. I'm not going to get into all this. We just talked to Tom today and asked him, listen, how long do you have to wait for you to get paid? He said, I have to pay at least a week. Sometimes they'll do it daily, but then they charge you a fee. The restaurants automatically get it. Our drivers can get paid instantly. They have money go straight into their account within a day because they have their own accounts. They get paid instantly. There's no hidden service fees. There's 3 to 30% in hidden service fees above and beyond what they charge the restaurant. So 4 ways to earn with Trip Delivers is this. You can market to restaurants. If some of you on this call today or on this Zoom today, you're going to know people in restaurants. You're going to have income. Or some of you aren't going to be scared. You're going to be that person that's willing to go in and talk to a restaurant and show them what's different about Trip Delivers. We want people that can market to restaurants. And guess what? This becomes residual income. If you go out and you get restaurants, every single time they do orders, you're going to get paid. And our pay plan and everything that we do will give you more information on that. You can refer drivers. You can get people to become drivers. You can start your own business to a certain extent with our company and our affiliate marketing program. And you're not going to have to go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to start your own business. You can refer customers. Every time you send a link out through your phone and a customer orders and they use your link and they download the app, every time they order, no matter what restaurant they could order from Chili's, they could order from Firefin, they could order from anywhere around the country in our restaurants that are set up with us, and you're going to get paid every time they order. Then you could actually refer other people, business builders. We call them marketers. You can refer people that want to open different cities. You can refer people that want to go in and get restaurants. And every time they do it, you're going to make an income off of it. So that's the 4 ways you can make an income. And it's residual income. It's not something listen, I was taught a long time ago. I'm temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. I was too lazy even to get the words out exactly. But I can work really hard for a short amount of time so I can get paid over and over and over and over. People who create real wealth, they'll work really hard in the beginning so they don't have to for the rest of their lives. Here's the thing. So the compensation, you get paid, like I said, per orders commission, monthly commissions, you get annual commissions, all kinds of different ways you get paid with this company. But let me tell you something. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't understand it, it doesn't really matter. Our training and support are the most important part of this company. On a weekly basis, we have people like Evelyn, people like Shanna that do trainings for drivers. They do trainings on our back office, how to work things, how to make sure your restaurants get the most service. Our customer service is second to none. I am used to having my own company where I have to do everything. This customer service with this company gets things taken care of. Bob McNulty is a master, along with Amy, at putting together systems that make it so a company runs. And so you can scale. You know, you can do, some people can do things on a small scale. Bob McNulty does things on a huge scale. This is not going to be just a company in this country. At some point, we'll go international with doing deliveries. How many of you can take a little piece of pie piece of the pie is a nice word, but every single time somebody orders food that's using your app or one of your restaurants, you get paid for it. But training and support is the most important thing. And I'm going to end with this. This is one of the most important things I ever learned in my whole life is usually when you start with a company, you don't get to work with the president. You don't get to work with someone like Bob McNulty or Tony Swantek. Tony Swantek went out and built a company that had over 100 cities doing hundreds of millions of dollars in business in this industry. And on top of that, Tony knows how to train people. Tony knows how to build networks. Tony and I worked in this industry. There's a couple of people in the world that know how to do network marketing, affiliate marketing, and also do the restaurant delivery services. And 2 out of the 3 are in this company. So what happens traditionally, though, you get to learn from somebody who maybe learned from the owner of the company. So let's say, listen, you usually don't even get that, but let's say scientists have proven that we retain only 7 to 10% of what we see and hear for the first time. So let's say we're above average, we're really smart, we really studied hard. Let's say we get 50% of the information. Somebody below the president, he teaches somebody, they get 50%. They go out and they get another 50%. So you get half of that, which is 25%. Then it goes down to 12%. Then it goes down to 6%. Let's say you and I are excited about Trip Delivers. You saw a little bit about today. You're like, man, this is a $1 billion industry. I want to be involved. But if you only if you got involved with this industry and I only knew 6% of how to do this, are you going to be successful if you're only getting 3%? If somebody gave you half of the URL or half of the website to get here today, most of you wouldn't be here. Most of you wouldn't be listening to this. Maybe you're listening to a recording later on. But what our company's done is said, listen, instead of doing this trickle down the lane or gossip or telephone or whatever you want to call it, we're not going to do it that way. We take everyone. They get 100% of the information. And the way they do that is they get it from people like Tony Swantek, people like Bob, people like Amy, people like Evelyn, people like William, people like Meredith, people that are involved in the company that have been very successful. I don't want to leave anyone out, but I know there's a gentleman named Leonard. I know there's people that have gone out, George, that have gone out and signed up and put together programs where they've set it up to where there's companies that are going to come into us with 20,000 restaurants. You got 100% of the information. If you were going to learn how to play basketball, I don't know if you can see me on this video or if it's just the screen sharing, but I promise you, if you're going to learn how to play basketball, you'd much rather learn from someone like a Michael Jordan or a LeBron James than myself. I'm not good at doing sports a lot. I mean, I played it when I was younger, but what I've done for the last 20 years is spent learning how to network, how to put together affiliate marketing, how to do this restaurant delivery service. I've done thousands of orders I've delivered. But what we're looking for is somebody that's excited. We talk to 3 different types of people on a daily basis. First type person looks at this and goes, you know what? I'll use your service. I'll download the app, get with the person that invited you on this, let them get you on that app. When we get in your city, you'll be ready to go. You'll be able to order from all the restaurants we have. You can also start referring other people and making money that way without having to do anything. You can send the app out to other people. Second type person goes, you know what? That's this. The first type person said, this isn't for me, but I will use your service. Second type person goes, you know what? I'm excited about it, but I got more questions. I want to understand how the pay plan works. I want to understand how the restaurants get paid. I want to understand why your service is so much better than all the other ones out there. We want to get those questions for you, and we want to help you. Third type person looks at this and goes, you know what? If it's $1 billion industry and there's people that are willing to teach me, I would be crazy not to take advantage of it. That's exactly what I saw 20 years ago. I had my own company 2 months ago. I had my own company, I had my own software, I had everything going. When I met with Tony and Bob, and I haven't seen either one of them in person. I've never met Bob in person, but I've known Tony for over 20 years. When I met Bob McNulty and I saw his vision, I saw exactly what he wanted to do and what he was planning. There was no way I didn't want to be involved. So get with the person that invited you on here. Send an email. You know, I know if you're working directly with me, we have sent out, you know, you can direct message me, you can email us, you can send us a smoke signal, whatever you got to do. But get involved with this company, because I promise you, you're not going to want to look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now and go, you know what? I had an opportunity to be involved in that, but I passed on it. Because guess what? There were people that had an opportunity to be involved with Microsoft when it started. There were people that had a chance to be involved with Facebook when it started and said, you know what? I don't think that's going to work. But it worked. And listen, our industry is not on trial. It's already working. I mean, there's billions of dollars being done on a daily basis. So we appreciate your time today. I appreciate you jumping on here. If there's anything we can ever do to help you or get your questions answered, we'd be happy to do that. But we appreciate your time. We'll do another one of these on Thursday at 3 o'clock. We have all kinds of training going on throughout the week. So I implore you to dig into this and find out if this is something that'll work for you. We appreciate your time. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.